word is poked. Let's say that together. Poked. Poked means quickly put. Today, I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word poked in our story. This word is moat. Let's say that together. Moat. A moat is a deep, wide hole around a castle that is filled with water. Today, I want you to touch your nose every time you hear the word moat. Paddington Sets Sail. Written by Michael Bond and illustrated by R.W. Alley. One morning, Mr. Brown had a surprise. "We're taking a trip to the beach," he said. Paddington, Jonathan, and Judy cheered. Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Bird were excited too. Mr. Brown had a surprise. That's right, they were going on a trip. Paddington had never been to the beach. He did not know what to bring, so he packed everything. Paddington packed everything, right? Soon they were on their way. Paddington poked his head out of the window. He sniffed the salty sea air. Paddington sniffed the air. At the beach, Paddington got a pail, shovel, sunglasses, and a float. He was ready for anything. At the beach, Paddington got what? He got a pail, a shovel, sunglasses, and a float. The tide was low, so they went in the water. Jonathan and Judy splashed and swam. Paddington floated in the waves. Jonathan and Judy did what? They splashed and they swam. At lunch, Mr. Brown had a great idea. He said, "Let's have a sandcastle contest." Paddington, Judy, and Jonathan would each make a sandcastle. The biggest castle would win. What was Mr. Brown's idea? To have a sandcastle contest. Paddington wanted to win. First, he found a perfect spot. He dug a moat. He carried pails and pails of sand. He made walls and windows. Paddington is building a sandcastle, right? Paddington placed his hat on top of the castle. Finally, he was done. Paddington's big sandcastle was perfect. Paddington put his hat where? On top of the castle. Paddington sat inside his castle. Sandcastle work was hard and he was tired. Then he fell asleep. Paddington was tired, and what did he do? He fell asleep. Oh no! The tide had come in. It knocked down Paddington's sandcastle. It carried Paddington's pail out to sea, with Paddington in it. The tide carried the pail and what? Uh-oh, Paddington, right? The Browns were worried. It was getting late. They found Paddington's hat, but could not find Paddington. Where had he gone? The Browns were what? How did they feel? They were worried. They were worried about Paddington. They couldn't find him. Then the Browns spotted people gathered near the pier. They ran towards the crowd. It was Paddington. What was it that the Browns saw? Paddington in his little pail in the water. People believe that Paddington had floated all the way across the sea. They took his picture. "Did you float here in this pail?" a girl asked. "Yes, I used my shovel as a paddle," said Paddington. People took Paddington's picture because why? Because they thought he had floated all the way across the sea, remember? The sun was setting. It was time to go home. "Did you enjoy your trip, Paddington?" asked Judy. "Yes, not many bears go to sea in a bucket," he said. The Browns were so happy to have Paddington back. "Today's trip was a bit shorter than when you came from darkest Peru," said Mr. Brown. The Browns were what? How were they feeling? Happy. They were happy to find Paddington and have him back. Paddington did not hear. He was fast asleep. Paddington was what? Sleeping. Let's say this word together. Poked. Poked means quickly put. We hear the word poked on this page of our story. Paddington poked his head out of the window. That means he quickly put his little nose, his head out of the window to fill the air. Today, I want you to use the word poked in a sentence. Let's say this word together. Moat. A moat is a deep, wide hole around a castle that's filled with water. We hear the word moat on this page of our story. Remember, Paddington digs a moat for his sandcastle. Today, you're going to use the word moat in a sentence.